How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havok, and in today's episode we are boarding the elevator. Let's go. We're going to the class trial, the courtroom, beginning the class trial, and we gotta talk about the fucking murders that happened. Oh, damn, finally some free space. Hina still chooses to stand in front of a fucking wall. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. It was really calming. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Toko is, I'm pretty sure, Genocide Jeff right now, but she still seems like Toko from the back. She's like holding her hands together like she's nervous and shit. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up to a cruel fate. Oh no, it's blue now. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school is slowly reaching its climax. I hope so. Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Why? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
I don't give a shit. You're a fucking asshole. Still goofing around. I begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I'm gonna start it. Never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Which is kind of what I did last episode. Never hold out to you like that. Okay, let's begin and get your assigned seats. Assigned. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, Red Dead Redemption, blah blah blah, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly premonition, deadly class trial. Would I like to save? No. Why would I ever want to save? Set skills, because I might get some new shit. There you go. Neoliberal. The focus gauge decreased more slowly during concentration and fever time, affecting during the non-stop debates. The Hangman's Gambit and the bullet time battle cost 5 SP. Check it out, I have 5 different skills assigned. Trial. All rise. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I know.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Do we?
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
Okay, class trial over.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
I don't even know who died.
You're murdering Mel!
Right, Kifumi? Oh, where is he?
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Lots of it.
Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it.
Let me just... There's the whole thing about his handwriting. But I don't know if it's actually relevant or not.
And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Alright, so 2 things about that. Handwriting doesn't match. And how did Celeste knew of that? Since nobody told her, and apparently Byakuya is the one who discovered it.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or is the game trying to throw a curveball? Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Nah. He's not the killer. Actually, it might be someone else. I don't fucking know. Yeah, this person really is making me sleepy.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Robot Justice. Compelling evidence that Hero is the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the
Nah,
culprit.
fucking shit.
It's not true. It's
Hero, what?
no. Just hold on a second.
God damn it. I think I have to go and predict
Everything we found in your
the
room.
blueprints with Robot Justice
The
blueprints.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, I guess not.
Shoot!
Fuck my life.
Everything we found in your
Message?
room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Oh,
No,
well,
it's
that was
wrong.
the second thing I was gonna do. Should have been the first. Break.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
I mean, he's so fucking stupid.
What do you mean?
He wouldn't be able to.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
That's what I've been saying. Also, the fact that have the arms bent like this is also another clue,
There's
possibly.
no way you could think the same person made both of them.
I mean, I also see how people sometimes write carelessly, and sometimes they try to be a little more careful with the writing, you know? It's also I think,
Unless that
play a part
person
in
made it
this.
a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah, I'm just a silly goofball. I mean, look at
So
me.
Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
Well, I don't know.
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
What?
Pyakya, I knew you loved
Then
me.
who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
I was Hero, but I think he's being framed for all of it. The only fucking evidence of anybody in a robot suit doing anything was we have that shitty picture. And to me, that picture doesn't even look like it's... Like, it looks like Hero's been in a suit, but he's already unconscious, and Hifumi's carrying him on his
Is it
back.
like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No, I don't think there was anyone doing the murders in the
The
suit.
suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Well, it was Hero. Of course he passes it off to me, because he doesn't
So?
fucking know himself, he's a
Who
moron.
was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I'm the only smart one here. Suspicious individual in the it is Hero, I think. The Illuminati.
I got it!
I was
Other
Hero.
than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Because there was none. But I don't think he would have even been able to kill anyone in that
Then
suit.
there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
You just said you don't think he's...
That doesn't make any
The
sense.
one.
You just said Hero didn't do it.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
That's what I'm saying, you know? He couldn't fucking kill anyone in that shitty suit. Second, you know, probably the killer wasn't fucking wearing
So
the suit.
what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
I'm glad you are referring to it by its name. Robot Justice
What?
Suit. Not just Robot Suit or anything.
that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Well, you couldn't fucking finger
Of
hammering that
course.
shit.
But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
Who here likes me? Raise their hand.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Tarp and a dolly.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Tarp and a dolly.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Tarp and a dolly. Fourth fucking time now. Blue tarp
I got it!
and a dolly. There's still one more thing. I got it. Blue tarp again. The dollies.
I got
They're
it.
even positioned next to each
They
other.
were a dolly and a tarp, right?
No, tarp and a dolly. God damn it. In that order. What's with the attitude? I was
So,
right.
let's see if I can explain.
I can't. Can't even
Taka's
begin.
body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the
Look how
second
small I
time,
am next to
it was
this
wrapped
jacket,
in a
Jesus
blue
Christ. I'm
tarp,
like his younger
right?
brother. Little kid
It
brother.
was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Got some food coming up. Got a gyro I ordered, but maybe I'll take off my headphone. Just one of them so I can hear the fucking ringing sound.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Golly.
Same thing.
Yeah, they
I'm sure
put-
the dolly
they
was in the
wrapped
equipment room when we
Taka's
first
body in
found
the
Taka's
tarp
body there.
and put it on a dolly, and then moved it from the equipment room to the repository. I don't know how the fuck they managed to pull that off so quickly. Maybe they were the speedster. Maybe the speedster is involved in this murder case.
But when the
after
body
all.
disappeared, so did the dolly.
One thing I don't get is why did they move the dolly so close to the blood? Think about it. Like if you were to put the dolly next to Taka's body, whatever. Fucking.
Later,
guess they did.
when Taka's body
What's
reappeared
the
in
point
the
of questioning
repository,
why they did fail? Why did they make a mistake they made? They made it and that's it. The dolly has
so
blood
did
on
the
it.
dolly.
The dolly's
In
the
other
culprit.
words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are
Mhm.
you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm not. I mean, I am sure that I'm not
Are
mistaken.
you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
There's blood on the wheels.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, it had blood on its wheels. From the blood
She's
stain
raised an objection. How do you respond?
in the equipment room. Not from the blood stain in the repository, from the blood stain in the equipment room, because you can see the
There
smears.
is no shame in being wrong. Nobody
I'm not,
expects
though.
much from you anyway.
Why are you being a bitch? Aren't you pregnant with my child?
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Stop being such a bitch. Wow, I never heard anyone so nice while being so fucking mean. Cold-blooded bitch. Maybe I can change her mind. I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added. Jesus fucking Christ, how many new elements are you gonna add? Let's talk about reloading. What? Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're gonna do one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see ammo count. Up until now, you haven't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, you just lock it and pressing the triangle won't do enough to handle them. Now it will cost you one bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing square button. The usual button for reload for some reason, just like the lock. Sometimes it's R1, depends what game you play. You will have to press square button time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember when the square button now has a function along with the X and the triangle button. Why is the X so small? It will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. But in your action it's difficult to set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. I'm playing on hard, by the way, in which case you can ignore everything and just say, well then, good luck and have fun. Have fun, cooking plan. Why am I already doing this? I thought these were like reserved for
You
the
had
end
it
of the
wrong.
game.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
I'm a fool?
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Damn.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. your worst! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst!
Did I do it? I did it pretty
I
decently
cannot
too.
agree.
This should prove it.
This should prove it. I don't know what I just pressed or did. To be honest, I was kind of blacked out for a
If
second
you're
there. I
asking
was
for
focusing
proof
on the
that the
rhythm.
dolly moved, I have it right here.
If we really needed to have a battle, it was pretty obvious
When
though.
I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Yeah, like I said, why did they move the dolly so close to the blood? It could
There
have
was a
been
pool of blood in the
avoided.
equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
It did.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood
What a
on accident
shitty
as they
oversight.
wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much? Or does she love me
Well,
this much?
anyway, that was just something we
She
had to
hates
get
that
out
she
of the
loves
way.
me.
Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Cause if it's not a killer robot, then
There must have been a killer alien in a
what
robot.
kind of robot is it?
It's not a robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
They couldn't fucking move the arms.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Oh yeah, they couldn't bend at the waist. They couldn't pick up the body. But... And also they couldn't take off the suit all by themselves. So they couldn't have been Hero. Hero was just framed. If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does that mean? The body couldn't bend in the waist. Make my argumento. I think it's a costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
That's
And
true.
from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Couldn't do it.
No,
You couldn't
that's
fucking do
wrong.
it. That's wrong. Tina, I was waiting for you to say that shit so long.
You're absolutely right that
Nuh-uh.
you could push a dolly without a handle
Could
if
not.
you stoop down
Couldn't
low.
do it. Couldn't do it. Bullshit. Fuck you.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Maybe he had to bend backwards
What do you mean?
to
Think
pick it
back to
up.
what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Remember? What you specifically mentioned about the suit? I'm blind as a bat in here, even though you're not wearing a helmet. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet,
Can't bend
but
in
you
the
can't
waist.
even
Did
bend
you
at the
heard
waist.
what I fucking said?
am I right about that?
Am I right?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
It seems like it'd be
I love
awfully
being proven
hard to
correct.
push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Seems to be the case.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Well, I mean,
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
yeah, that sounds kind of like a really shitty way to do it.
It'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
Why did they even bother with the suit?
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
They could have done some other fucking way to make it look like Hero did it, instead of this fucking dumbass suit.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off. You can't take it off
I
by
got it.
yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
which I don't. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Jacking off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off by yourself. On your own, whatever. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then
Oh,
you really can't take it off by yourself?
You have to have like a
Hero
whole
wasn't
suit
just
up,
making it up?
suit up montage when you want to put it on. Maybe Hero had the Omnitrix and he chose Robo Justice alien, kind of like Transformers are actually aliens and stuff. He just changed into the Robo Justice, maybe?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Damn it, he's not wearing the Omnitrix. Fuck.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
They could have done something else to frame
To
Hero.
be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Correct.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Celeste isn't. She's kinda fucking. I don't know. She's really suspicious in this whole fucking thing. She broke character a lot. Like she seemed concerned about her friends, even though she never been like that before. She was screaming, which is something I don't think she would have done. And it's just a bunch of weird shit that she's up to. I don't know. I don't fucking trust her anymore. She might be
You
the
all
mother
got a
of my
good look at
child.
it, did you not?
But
The
I
image
can't
of Hifumi being
forgive
dragged
murder
away
of
by
my
Robo
best
Justice?
friend and that fat sack of shit. Yeah, that's what I've been saying about this picture. Doesn't it look like Hifumi's being taken away by a robot? It looks more like he's carrying the robot on his back. Do you not agree with me?
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
And now, it leads me to believe Celeste was working with Hifumi on this whole fucking thing, and they just took a picture, and now it makes me wonder that if they didn't hit Hero in a dumbass suit, and took a picture like that, they could have like moved the camera really quickly, as in, you know, Celeste was in a struggle taking that picture. And with a blurry picture, you wouldn't really notice that Hero was unconscious. It would have actually looked like he was strangling Hifumi.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Well, Hifumi was such a simp, he simped for Celeste till he died. Simp supreme, if you will. How did you get hurt? Oh, I don't want to fucking voice him ever again. That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Why did they call him Robo Justice? This kid J on his shoulders?
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
I have some doubts.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Yeah, at least 2 more episodes.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps. But where do we go from here?
Oh, they're fucking crossing arm sisters.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
It is a pain in the
Plus,
ass.
maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Yeah, she doesn't want to tell us, though.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. so we went to look for everyone.
What do you think, Sayaka? Oh wait,
That
you're
was
dead.
around 8 a.m.
At least I don't have to stand next to Hifumi anymore.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Not such a mystery anymore. Is it? Celeste. I don't fucking know, man.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
A little after 7. And supposedly, Taka was killed around 6. Is that correct? I knew this class trial would have been a mess because of all this fucking time connecting and bullshit like that. She was
That was
attacked
when we saw
around 7.
Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then,
And then, Scooby-Doo and the rest of the gang showed up. Scream, huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi, who's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
at
Then I
that
did
point,
that
we
joke
decided
where
to
I was
divide up into
walking
2
slowly
groups.
to the nurse's office because I don't care about Hifumi.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office.
The cool team, may I again
While
remind you.
Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Their name once, but don't tell him. Or they'll be
When we
mad
got
at me.
back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the
Damn,
others know
so
what had
cold of
happened.
you, Makoto. Left them all by themselves.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
What if walking around in this game worked like in Resident Evil, where it's like a third-person perspective, over-the-shoulder kind of thing? And like with tank controls and stuff?
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Yeah. Hifumi body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the
Which
nurse's
I
office
assume
and saw
he
that she was
actually
right.
woke up himself. Oh, there's my fucking gyro. Uh-oh. I only have 1 minute left of this recording anyway. I got the gyro. Haven't ate it yet, but I'm about to since there's only 1 minute left. And my mom, when she fucking orders packages, she made me fucking, you know, pay for them first. Instead, I have to fucking pay for them. She doesn't even leave me the money. Rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was
we
right.
remembered we'd
Oh,
left
wait, you
Toko
said that,
passed
never
out
mind.
in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
We kind of fumbled up on that one. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something?
But when we got there, we
I did this
discovered
kind
that
of pose when I
Naotaka's
said
body
that.
had also gone missing.
Yeah, this episode is about to go missing.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for two
Or
missing
end.
dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
I think the episode's over though. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.